this section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. And, yeah. The more things change, the more things stay the same. But if they stay the same, that means they haven't changed. I'll be talking about this lunatic, this jerk, this idiot, this racist piece of trash named Teofimo Lopez. It's unfortunate that I have to point things out like this. But let me be absolutely clear. When you stand in the pocket for things like this, when you ignore things like this, and you say, hey, man, you know, because this is what they tell us. Man, just ignore it. I'm talking about us. I mean, black people. Oh, man, you know, it's just racist. It's racism, man. You're going to have to deal with it. It's here. Just move around it. Black people are experts in moving around stuff. But that don't mean we have to ignore that it exists. We've become experts at moving around things. Don't tell me to ignore it. That's like you walking down the street and a bullet flies right by your fucking head, misses, and hits the wall. It's like, yo, what? Oh, well, it missed and it wasn't even meant for you. Ignore it. No. I need to know what happened, why that happened, and do I need to be walking down this block? Oh, well, walk down another block. Wait. How about if it's my block where I live? You telling me I gotta move? No, I'm not moving. I live here. I live here. They tell us things like this. Black fans always complaining, go start a Negro League or something. Right? They say things like this to us. You understand? When Bud was suing Top Rank for discrimination, this coward, whoever this dude, Montero on boxing, whoever this coward is, automatically said Bud is with the LDBC because in his mind, the LDBC are a bunch of black guys who are racist and we just formed for no reason. And we don't like anything that's not black. Look at the comment. When did Bud join the LDBC? Isn't this the same guy who re-signed with Top Rank in the past and helped bring other black fighters over to the company? Remember that? Remember that? And I see the family in the building. I just wanted to get to this work. do y'all remember when and they say things like, oh man, y'all don't matter. I mean, no one watches y'all. Y'all ain't anything. Meanwhile, everybody knows who we are, right? Meanwhile, as soon as Bud makes a move, automatically he's LDBC. Because we're the racists, right? Interesting. Y'all remember when Devin Haney said on 78's show, Devin and Bill, and they were clearly talking about Vasily Lomachenko because the man was already ducking him for like 3 years at the time. The man accepted a franchise status rather than try and get the WBC strap from Devin Haney, the one that he vacated, which is how Devin ended up with it. Remember when he said, "I'll never let a white boy beat me"? I just laughed when I heard it. I said, because I know who he's talking about. Hell, he should have just said Loma's name. Clearly talking about Lomachenko. By the time that interview was over, that night, the whole world went nuts. This is how much they stand in the pocket for the feelings of white people whenever we say something. Right? When Bernard Hopkins said that to Joe Calzaghe, Joe Calzaghe said he got to live with that statement. That was B-Hop being B-Hop. Devin said it. I didn't even know Devin. Now, if no one knew who the hell Devin was, because remember, he's not no star. He don't move the needle. He said that on a show, an LDBC channel that no one cares about. How the hell the whole world said? How the hell the whole world knew about it? Nobody knows Devin. Yeah, but they heard that. Nobody knows the LDBC. How'd you see that on the Generals channel? Wanna know how big that got? This is CNN. And here's the funny part. What's the first picture I see when I pull this up? Is that not Tyson Fury standing there? I said, what the hell are they talking about? Why is it the first picture I see when I go to the CNN article? Undefeated boxer Devin Haney denies being racist after saying he would never lose to a white boy. And when you go to the article, the first person you see is an undefeated white boy who's a fucking cheater and who's banned from our country. He puts him there. At that time, it was 2020. At that time, he wasn't banned. But why they put Tyson Fury there? That's the first thing you see. Okay? Then he has to go apologizing. And look, they put, look, the general's name is in an article on a CNN article. The general's name. Speaking on 78 Sports TV's YouTube channel, the undefeated lightweight boxer made the comments after being asked about fighting Ukrainian unified lightweight world champion Vasily Lomachenko. I can tell you this, I never lose to a white boy in my life. I don't care what nobody say. Listen, can't no white boy beat me. I don't care. On any day of the week, I'll fight a white boy like 10 times. I'm going to beat him 10 times. They got the direct quote up in there. Haney was widely criticized on social media for his comments. Fellow American lightweight Ryan Garcia tweeted, "We should," and then here come this motherfucker. Now watch this, y'all. Let me remind y'all something. We should all respect everyone from every race and see who the best man is. I respect Devin Haney, and I believe he didn't mean this with a racist intent, but let's all respect each other for the love of the sport. Now, take this fucking quote, copy it and paste it, and shove it in his goddamn face. Because that wasn't respectful running up on him wherever they was. Right? Which you just did. What you just did, huh? You should respect one another. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Lou DiBella, he said, I did not think Haney intended to be hateful, but that boxing can do without that racist-ish. Shut your mouth, dude. Shut your mouth. Everybody shut up. The last thing, you know what, man? You wanna know why I brought this up, man? This fool, Teofimo Lopez, right? And salute to Aki TV, all right? Did a video yesterday. And when I tell you he body bagged Teofimo Lopez, it was outstanding. Go subscribe to Aki TV. And he got an interview from a channel called Veterans Minimum. Salute to them. That's a sports channel, and they invited Teofimo Lopez onto their panel. I'm not too familiar with these brothers, but it seems like they're doing big things. Salute to them. So I'm gonna play some of their audio. They had Teofimo Lopez in there, and Teofimo reveals more than what the world is paying attention to. You see, I listen when people talk. People will tell you a lot. That's why when people get on these panels and they start screaming and hollering and going off and stuff, I've been on panels where that's happened, and you got to do more listening and talking. Because when they're going off on a rant, and it's an emotional rant, they're going to tell you how they're coming. You just got to listen. When it gets like that, just zip it. Remember Austin Powers? Zip it. Just listen. Because they're going to tell you what it is. They're going to tell you what it is. But you have to know the situation. Sometimes they'll be ranting about something else, and you're like, whoa, bro. Do you know we're not even talking about that? You came on here screaming, hollering. You know we're not talking about that? Okay? You know that? When I had Buckle Up on here, and after all the screaming and hollering and cursing, I said, get to your point. What is your problem with me? And everything he mentioned about me was 100% wrong. And after a conversation, he was all he was left with was, you know what, Drew? I'm off your bumper. Yeah, thank you. Because he had me fucked up. But we wasn't going to get anywhere by screaming and hollering. So, salute Southern T. Salute Mr. Shelton. Oh, I know about that. And H Money's a head case. You know, surround that kid. Surround that kid too. You know, sometimes you got to move around and shift through things. You know what I'm saying? But here's the deal. I brought up the Devin Haney situation. I wanted to show you how the world handled that. That was on CNN. That was on CNN. The world handled that. How they handled it. They ran to protect. Not so much as protect the white guy, but as soon as the black kid said something, I'm just calling him a kid because, you know, he's a young man. Look at how they treated him. The world doesn't need, and this is how they view it. And salute to my brother, Trill Will, in that super chat, much love. He said, for my proceed panhandling, salute, bro. Yeah, Trill, because, you know, you got to stop begging. Got to stop begging. You know what I'm saying? You're just a beggar. You're just a beggar, Trill. Salute, good brother. Salute to you. One Floyd Mayweather was enough. They will ignore everything around you, around the sport of boxing, as long as there's no other Floyd Mayweather Jr. They can't take that. They can't deal with that. That was something that they never thought would happen. And when it happened, they said, ay, what could we do with this guy? And the answer was nothing. There was nothing you can do with him. And they said, man, we ain't going through that again. And then they see the pictures with him and Floyd Mayweather, and he's in the gym. He's working with Little Floyd and Big Floyd. And they're saying, uh-oh. And things started to happen. And they got with these sanctioning bodies. They did tournaments and, and they wanted everything around Devin to be successful but Devin. And they will go to great lengths to ignore things that are said, and not even ignore things that are said, but disregard actions taken that were completely against the advancement of Devin Haney. And the untrained eye, the casuals, won't even know it unless we say something. But Teofimo Lopez has done things, and because he's so mentally gone, he has said things out loud that people should be face palming like, yo, my God, you're not supposed to say this shit out loud. This kid was handpicked to do a job. And he was given information. And all he had to do was win, and he didn't do that. And when he didn't win, he started talking. He started talking. So I'm going to play a little bit of this interview. It's long, but I'm going to jump around from certain things. I'm just going to pick it up from some important parts. So he's sitting down with these brothers at the Veterans Minimum. You can go subscribe. It's called Veterans Minimum. It's a sports podcast. And salute to them. So I'm just going to call fair use, but this is him talking with these gentlemen right here.
17.5, 20,000.
What does T-Mobile have, about 20?
It's the same thing.
It's about the
but
same.
It's the newest one, and it's Madison Square Garden, and they just put the biggest thing. You never had nobody in boxing open it up. Wouldn't you want to be the first?
That would be a headliner for sure.
Yeah, but
and that would be a way to.
They have to make that happen.
Oh, I like this.
You guys have
I'm
to
gonna chew you up right now. I like this.
You guys, no, chew me up, but you guys got to make that fight happen, right?
That ain't my problem no more.
Because you're calling yourself the king of one.
I am the king. Lenio is 140, right? Lenio is
and
king.
Then Devin's there, but you can't crown yourself the king until you actually defeat Devin, and then you would be a king. Well, because Devin's undefeated, you have a loss.
And I still came back and won and beat the undisputed world champion at 140. That beat Regis Prograis first.
Yeah, but before you crown yourself the king, you would have to fight Devin. That's what kings do. What
is a king of Devin?
That's what kings do, right?
Devin's
kings
a queen.
Collide. Kings collide with other kings.
Devin takes it up the butt, if anything.
Kings collide with other kings and take it over, right? That's what kings do.
Yeah, and that's why I'm going to the next lineal champion, who is Terrence Crawford.
So you're going after Terrence.
Stop right there. Stop right there. I can end the show right now. Did y'all hear that? If I'd have told y'all he said that, y'all would be like, nah, you misquoted him. No, I did not. That's him talking. He's going after Terrence Crawford. Listen, let me explain something to you. Let me be very clear. Let me talk to the Tank fans for a second. When y'all use this thing, when y'all say things like Devin ran to 140 to avoid Tank, y'all remember that argument? I haven't heard y'all say that in a while because y'all cannot say that. That's a lie. I cannot say that. Running to a whole other division, that you can apply that to Teofimo Lopez. He's been running from him since they were about 10 years old. I exaggerate when I say that, but y'all get what I'm saying. Devin has pulled up on this guy. There was offers made. They had verbal agreements. I played the video. He has unrealistically priced himself out at 35. Okay? When he lost to Kambosos, what did he tell us? Had he had won, you know what I was going to do with him, which means if he had beat George Kambosos that night, Devin was the final piece to the puzzle. He already said, you already know what I was going to do with it. You remember when he said that? He was going to dump the belts and make it harder for Devin to get him. He was going to dump him anyway and go to 140. You heard him say that. And all we wanted was that last fight. Now, am I shitting on Tio or am I pointing out things that he said? This is what he said. Again, this is what he said. I ain't got to scream and holler and get all animated. I got a headache this morning. I'm pointing out what he said. I'm pointing out what he did. Had he had beaten George Kambosos, let's say in the 10th round when he hurt him bad, and let's say Kambosos ain't make it, there was still not going to be a Devin Haney fight. Now, here's my thoughts behind that. Number one, there wasn't going to be a Devin Haney fight because, number one, he's scared of Devin Haney. He was not afraid of him. He'd have been for him 4 years ago. That's number one. Number two, to lose to a black fighter, that'll drive him closer to suicide. Because I really think he's that crazy. I think he's that crazy. Losing to the Australian, he's still doing backflips in the ring. To lose to a black king, I don't think he could take that. With all that talent that he does have, all of these remarks that his father's making about black fighters and things of that nature, he couldn't deal with that. And here's the thing, Teofimo, there's no harm in that. It's boxing, man. Once upon a time, I thought that was a 50-50 fight between you and Devin. I said, that's going to be a fun fight. When you was undefeated, I said, man, that's going to be a hell of a fight. And then you started acting crazy. I'm like, what's wrong with this kid? What is he doing? And then the racial stuff started coming up. I'm like, uh-oh, come on, bro. No, not you. Not you, Tio, not you. But it's him. You're acting like this, and then you use the word nigga in your slang. Bro, you don't have that privilege. Access denied. You don't have that privilege, dogs. No. I don't care if you're from Brooklyn. They don't claim you over here. Outside of your family, some close friends, they don't claim you over here. You can't say that word. I'm hearing you go into a gym and that word on your camp flew out a little too much and they jumped on your father. That's what I heard. I can't deny or confirm it. That's what I heard. I don't know, man. What I'm saying is all of this movement on your end is unnecessary. It's an open duck and no one's talking about that except us, the LDBC, the racists. And as soon as Devin says, I never let a white boy beat me, the world collapsed in defense of that white guy who ducked. He ducked. Again, Tank fans, let me remind you, the whole time Lomachenko was ducking Devin, Lomachenko was chasing Tank, man. Have I lied to y'all? This is real stuff. Tank was supposed to take care of Lomachenko 4 years ago, man. He's still around. And for all of you that think that Tank will beat this guy, all I'm going to say is, please beat him. Because there's going to come a time where that fight's going to be a reality. I don't know if it's this year or next year. Can you please take care of business, Tank? And that's all I'm going to say about that. Can you please take care of business? I'm not even clowning this morning. Lomachenko was on Tank Davis' bumper. The fight has not yet, it's yet to happen, man. If it was easy work, take the garbage out, man. Take it out. What are we doing? Had Tank taken care of Vasily Lomachenko, he'd be gone already. He's allowed to duck franchise statuses. Where's the CNN articles about that nonsense? There's a CNN article talking about, yo, this is the new Black Murderers Row. We got a few fighters out here working, and you got sanctioned bodies working against them. The WBC, what they did with Deontay Wilder. Franchise statuses created for Canelo to avoid Jamal Charlo 4 years ago. Remember that? Franchise status for Vasily Lomachenko when he was supposed to fight Devin Haney. Remember that? And where the franchise status is now. I asked Steve Espinoza where those belts at. He said, well, look, I heard that Mauricio's getting rid of them. I said, what? It's on my channel when I spoke to him at the Jamel Charlo Canelo press. At the presser. I said, what are you talking about? Those things were made specific. He said, you look, they serve a purpose. You got to listen when he talks. He said, they were there to serve a purpose. And, oh, yeah, the purpose was for Canelo not to fight Jamal and for Vasily not to fight Devin. That was the purpose. That was the purpose. You got to listen. He said that. He said it to me, y'all. I said, oh, shit. Are y'all paying attention or are y'all just dicking around? You got to listen when these people talk. Let me get to the super chat real quick. My brother Eric Jordan in that super chat always supporting. He said Teofimo Lopez is a scary monkey shitting his boots. Devin Haney power of the ninja sword. Make Devin the boogeyman. Teofimo Lopez is lightweight. Yeah, I got you right now, brother.
Give power to my nigger sword!
Scared of the nigger sword. Salute, Eric. Much love. Yeah, Clarence, you got that on camera. Clarence was standing right there. Clarence was standing right there. When he said that, I said, getting rid of it. Do y'all understand that the franchise status is why Canelo didn't fight Jamal Charlo like 4 years ago? Do y'all understand that? Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember when Triple G, when his time was up and he said, yo, it's me and Canelo. And y'all remember when Canelo dumped the belt? I remember it because on Facebook, I got chewed out because of that. And that was strike one with me and Canelo. I said, I don't know why he dumped the belt. I was getting killed. You know that clip when you hear Adrian Broner says, I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked on Twitter. No, AB, you don't know what cooking is. On Facebook, I was getting cooked and I had to take it. Why ain't fighting Triple G? I thought you said you could beat him. I said, I don't know, bro. I had not, but what I wasn't gonna do, I wasn't gonna stand in the pocket for him because I didn't understand that. I was gonna start making up some mythical, the sun and the moon, stars, and carry the one, and you see his red hair comes from the power of the Irish. And then what happens is, Triple G, he comes from the other side of the continent. But you see, what happens is the Mauricio Suleiman said in about 8 days, when the moon aligns with the 8th star of the duplex, that's why Canelo Alvarez is going to wait and fight him in 3 years. I'm not going to do all of that. You sound stupid when you do shit like that. My only defense was no defense. I don't know why he did that. I don't know why. I don't know why he did that. Well, he got to be scared. You know what? You're entitled to say that now. You can say that. You can say whatever you want. You know why? Because he ducked him. He dumped the whole belt, y'all. And then when it was Jamal's turn, they invented a whole status, and he dumped the belt again. I said, I can't deal with this guy. And that was the end of it. 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 And then he wants to turn around and pop dirty. Strike 3. Out. You're out. You're out. Done. And that was the end of my relationship in supporting Canelo. That was the end of it. Now, again, did I just lie to y'all this morning about Canelo Alvarez? Did I lie at all? I just explained to you why I don't deal with that guy anymore. I just explained it to you. Triple G, franchise status, and then he popped dirty? No. No. But I hate Canelo though, right? No. At any point did I say the guy is not talented? No. And now fast forward, his behavior has been consistent. There are a lot of people that stuck by him and said, well, you know, this guy hasn't done anything to fight Canelo. Abner Yildirim. Argument's done. There you go. Abner Yildirim. Got anything else to say? Well, I thought so. You see how you just debunk shit and that's how you kill an argument. Abner Yildirim. Why hasn't he fought David Benavidez by now? Oh yeah, now you want to fight Jamal Charlo. Now you want to fight him, right? So these are the things that the LDBC points out. And then we're attacked and being accused of being racist. No, watch this. At no point did I call him out of his name and use his ethnicity as a crutch to justify my argument. No, I just pointed out things he did. Because these are not things that boxers do. We're CNN articles, or it's February. Could somebody go to CNN's website, and if there's a sports section, I don't feel like doing it right now. I didn't check. Have they done any articles or videos about the Black Murderers Row? Salute to Scrapbook Boxing. Salute to the late, great Kurt Sugar. Salute to Stormy B-Man. Salute to 78 Sports TV. Salute to Champside. He has a really, really, really great documentary about the Black Murderers Row. My uncle is 82 years old. He knew Sugar Ray Robinson personally. He knew him. He knew him like this. He knew him. He knew him. Okay? I put him on the Scrapbooks channel. I put him on the Stormy B-Man's channel. He's not on social media like that. And he just listens. He likes to listen to the old stuff. Love Scrapbooks channel. There's people on YouTube right now that don't even know what the hell a Black Murderers Row was. They didn't even know what it was. That's why when people talk about, hey man, you fighting this guy's leftovers, you can't listen. If you understood what the Black Murderers Row is, that term leftovers, it's not even real. Do y'all know how many times some of those guys had to fight each other? And salute to the Coco Kid. Did you know he was Puerto Rican? Oh. Did y'all know that? Y'all paying attention? Okay. Y'all need to stop. Fresh, I appreciate you. Y'all need to stop. I need to stop. Exactly, Stormy. So then you actually can get an education listening to Stormy B-Man. That's why Stormy B-Man is on another level. He talks boxing on the intellectual level. He talks about the X's and O's. That's why we call him the sensei. That's why 3 Wise Men of Boxing, that was a gym. That wasn't really for a guy like myself to participate in. When those guys got online and talk boxing, that was meant for us to sit back and just listen. Kurt Sugar, Stormy, in Scrapbook Boxing, you have nothing to add. Just sit back and be educated. That's what it was for. You need to hear those shows? Go get a membership on Stormy's channel. They're all there. I'm glad he made that for members only. Because a lot of you claim you love boxing, you really don't. a lot of, and I'm not talking about to my family directly in the chat. I'm saying a lot of people just here for the argument and the bickering. We're really here to talk boxing and point out discrepancies when we see them. And it's the best not fighting the best. Do you know that that's all this is? Teofimo Lopez is so rattled right now. He's actually spitting out how he feels. He's the biggest racist in the room right now. Do you know all you got to do is fight Devin Haney and all of this wouldn't even be here? Win or lose? Win or lose. All you need to do is fight him. You're running around talking about you got J-Lo, you went to Trilla, and then you end up fighting Kambosos. We didn't even know who that guy was. They spelled Kambosos' name wrong. Right here in New York on the poster, they spelled his name wrong. And I remember I did a video and I said, man, I don't know this guy. But they done postponed the fight like 30 times. And he's angry. And I hope that anger manifests properly. And I hope that he gets it done. Because Tio was feeling himself. And he was supposed to fight Devin for undisputed. But they went to Trilla at first, and we got J-Lo. You remember all of that? And then he fights at the Hulu Theater and gets dropped in the first round. I said, what the fuck's going on here? I'm watching it like, what the hell is this? How'd that happen? And George was in his shit. He fought the best fight probably in his life. And he ran into some, I thought it was over around 10. I said, oh yeah, I was waiting for that. But he paid the price and he stayed the course. And he fought the fight of his life and he won. And I find it interesting. We found out later that his throat collapsed or exploded and he spoke to several doctors and he was supposed to be dead. I'd love to see those reports. You know why? Because I don't believe him. All I hear is excuses. Because I know after Wilder Fury 2, y'all knew I was going here. After Wilder Fury 2, when we saw those gloves and we see the dent in our brother's head, we was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Huh? And then went back to the first fight and we heard our brother Charles Martin say, yo, look, I never seen a glove do that. And that was after the first fight. We went back to the first fight and we saw this because we didn't even see this. We saw this in the first fight. We didn't even notice this after the first fight. Charles Martin was there. He saw it immediately. We saw this. Pull me glove up. Remember that? We saw all of this. And we saw referees go on Fred's show, Salute to the Barbershop. These are big guys, and sometimes the gloves slip off. We was like, wait a minute. I ain't never seen this glove do that. I never seen the glove slip off his hand. And then I said, wait a minute. I do recall Christian Hammer. The ref checked his glove, and the thumb was detached. And the announcer was like, I've never seen that before. And then the John McDermott situation. And then Nicholas Asbury told me, yo, this guy took shit out, padding out his gloves. Remember all of that? And then they'll start to come together. We was like, wait a minute, this guy's a cheater. And then we found out about the Daniel Kinahan shit later. The $8 million in consulting fees. All of that stuff was real. We were called excuse makers. And this little dude not only said that Deontay was making excuses, but he called him a bitch. Something to that extent. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? And then y'all remember when I got on Fred's show? I remember I went out running and I was listening to Fred, and then I stopped and then I beamed in and, you know, I was already amped. And I said, man, fuck what Tio says. And I was real animated. And I do remember saying, you know what? It's Haney time, bro. You'll never, I don't know what you was talking, you know, I'm like, did they have an interaction or something? Did they cross paths? The answer was no. D don't even know the kid. Do y'all remember this? And I said, you know what, never mind all that. You got your own shit to worry about in the name of Devin Haney. You remember that? I mean, it was so belligerent, Fred didn't even upload the video. Watch this. Watch this.
Not today.
Grown folk are talking. Thank you very much. Get my views up, get my likes up. And I'm 6'2", 220 with a 6-pack and a 9-inch penis. References furnished upon request. I left a trail of destruction in the 90s, and it might be your mama, but I'm not your daddy. I used a condom. And you can't get pregnant by getting top piece from, you know, your dirty mama in the project staircase. That's how you handle it. Block game got to be strong, content creators. So anyway, I said he has Haney problems. Fred didn't even upload the video, but that lunatic out of Baltimore, he recorded it with his cell phone. So I guess it's on his channel. Rest in peace to him. You know, George, salute, George. Oh yeah, I believe. Yeah, you're right, bro. You're right. So all of these things that I say about Teofimo is completely justified. Look at his behavior. He's the biggest nigga in the room. He just says things. So let me go back to what he said in this interview. Fair use.
It's Crawford.
Yes, because he's the lenient one.
So where we left off is he's chasing Terrence Crawford now. So now he can have that under his wing, saying, I'm chasing Bud. He don't really want Bud to turn around and say, yo, you want this smoke? He really don't want that. I promise you he don't. You running from Devin to get to Bud? You're ignoring Devin, who's undisputed for real, to get to Bud? You even ran it back with George Kambosos. So you left 135 to get away from Devin. Now Devin's at 140. You pricing yourself out wanting $20 million. You tried to get Subriel Matias in the ring this month. So just so you could say you tried, knowing that he was injured. You didn't say, yo, let's do it as soon as you get well. You didn't even do that. And now you chasing Bud? Cap. Let's go ahead.
Champion.
So you're moving up in weight.
Yeah, I'll go up in weight.
Okay. So basically you're leaving 140.
If it comes to it and Crawford says yes to a fight, wouldn't the king fight the other king?
Yeah, but you have Devin sitting right there.
Devin is number 2, fam.
Yeah, but he's undefeated. He's number 2 because he just
anybody could be undefeated when you got a padded record.
Yeah, so that was like,
wow. So now Devin has a padded record. I also count not only your accomplishments, but I also count the people that avoided you. I'll say it again. Not only do I count your record, but I count the people that avoided you. And even if you have a winning record, I'll look around you and I'll ask why you didn't fight your contemporaries. Drew, what are you talking about?
Hey, Devin Haney made a comment, trying to make whatever it is. But at the end of the day, Devin, you don't know. The WBC is not going to have you, even if you do the competition, they're not going to have you fight for the title. You can get mad at everything. I'm fighting for the title after this fight, for the IBF. And then after that, me and Loma for all 4. And where are you? You're not going to get a shot, bro. And you don't know that, but we do. And that's what we did. I'm not going to fight more fights. So it is what it is, man. Talk what you got to talk, my dude. But at the end of the day, you're not becoming a world champion at 135.
Where's CNN's Where's CNN's articles about that sort of thing? Do you think that don't you think that the corruption in the sport needs to be front page news in sport? Where's CNN's articles about Daniel Kinahan on America? The American articles. Yeah, Wrench Gang, the retards are here, or at least one retard. I told the story about the little motherfucker in high school when the special ed class got broken up and they put him in the back of the classroom. They broke up the special ed class. There was only like 8 kids in there, and they put him in the room with the 40 kids that were normal. And we had like 3 of them niggas in our room, and one of them niggas was in the back. And they asked if they could borrow my pencil, and I said, "Yo, here." And this nigga started chewing on a pencil. So the teacher runs to the back of the room. I thought she was coming for me. I said, "What'd I do?" She says, "No, did you give him this pencil?" I said, "Yeah, he asked for the pencil." He said, No, you can't give him to that. He eats pencils." How the fuck am I supposed to know? We're in high school. What is he doing eating pencils? Like he's 4 years old. Well, the lead poison lunatics, some 30 plus years later, are now trolling on YouTube. So yeah, the pencil, the lead poison kids are in my chat now because I'm talking about Teofimo Lopez. So since you can't pay attention and you can't participate in an adult conversation, go on and get my views up, but say something so I could block you though, with your 400 ghost accounts. So if I'm talking about your boo-boo, Teofimo Lopez, just make your response videos how I'm lying on him. Say that I'm bullying him and how I'm racist, but say that I'm lying about him. Tell me when I'm lying about him. What I just played was from 2018. Devin Haney, you don't know. That was the first thing he said. You don't know. You're not going to get a shot, bro. And then when he failed, because that's what he did, he failed against George Kambosos. We all saw it. He failed. Say it with me now. Everyone put failed in the chat. Put failed. That was Teofimo against George Kambosos. Put failed in the chat. I'll wait. Teofimo failed against George Kambosos in New York. We saw it. He failed. He failed. Failed. He failed. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. He failed. 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 He failed. Say it with me. He failed. He failed. George Kambosos beat his ass. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Failed. Look at that. Say it with me now. Failed. Failed. He failed. And we all saw it. We all saw it. We all saw it. We all saw it. And what happened was, after he failed, with a collapsed throat, he does a backflip in the ring, and the arena was empty. Everybody went home. Niggas lost money betting on him. Niggas lost money betting on him. Niggas lost money betting on him. And then they tried to play bumper cars on the way home. That's what I heard. I can't deny or confirm anything. You know, that's what I heard. How do I get this get back? I'll run my car into a goddamn lamppost on 66th Street. I mean, that's what I heard. I was minding my business, and then I started getting texts. I'm like, what is going on here? And I literally had to tell niggas, leave me alone with this shit, please. Please leave me alone. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I said, no. I don't want. I'm talking boxing. I'm not talking about conspiracy and car accidents. Please leave me alone. And like clockwork, other people started talking about it. I said, okay, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with that. Yeah. Have I lied yet? Have I lied yet? Have I lied? Everything I just said. Have I lied yet? Okay. Okay. So now that we know the WBO and the WBC were in cahoots to freeze Devin out, Teofimo spilled the beans, and this is where I'm going with this. You find out by way of this kid's mouth, who was obviously in a meeting where they told him what the plan was. He was not supposed to say that shit out loud. That's my point. When I heard that, I cringed. I said, yo, they really trying to freeze Devin out. This goes beyond fighters playing chess. If I fight him and go, I can move up and not fight him. This guy's playing chess, but he's backed by 2 sanctioning bodies. Holy shit. And then, salute to the late, great Cameron Duncan, we know about this.
I searched high and low to get your contact information, and I was talking. I'll tell you off air who it is. I won't say it on camera, but feel free to ask me. So I called the Mayweather gym, and they said, Fred, if I give you this number, you have to ask them this question. And I says, okay, what's the question? And they said, ask Cameron Duncan, do Top Rank have like columns of fighters? And they say, we don't want this guy fighting the black fighter. We don't want this fighter fighting the Mexican fighter, and so on and so forth.
You're going to get into the racial stuff, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm asking.
That's a theory there by the greatest matchmaker, probably, in my opinion, ever.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not going to mention his name either, but you know what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
And used to have a thing up on his board, NBF, no black fighters.
Uh-huh.
And when I was taught to bring up a fighter, you know, and again, it's just, he used to say to me, you can go anywhere in the country, and I'm going to leave it at this. I don't want to go into a
Listen carefully.
because people are people in God's eyes, and we're all the same. He used to say to me, you can go anywhere into a city in America or anywhere in the world and ask a white guy, and he didn't say any other, he didn't say anything about Hispanic, and ask a white guy to throw a jab, and half of them are going to turn backwards and throw it like a girl and everything. Ask any black man on a street corner in any city in the world, and they will snap out a jab in a heartbeat. And I used to laugh. He said, they're just more physically gifted.
What?
That was Cameron Duncan. Now, of course, y'all heard what, matter of fact, you know what? I probably didn't. I'll just pull it up. I'll just pull it up. I'll just pull it up. And salute to Aki. I'll just pull it up. I'll play it. Remember this article? Teofimo Lopez rails against ESPN commentators, accuses Top Rank of preferring black fighters. Preferring black fighters. Did you just hear the late, great Cameron Duncan? Did you just hear him say what he said? You think Teofimo Lopez, if you was a WBO strap holder, and you heard what he said back in 2018, as far as the WBC is concerned, they picked you, motherfucker, and you let that information leak out. You threw them under the bus, and not enough people paid attention because, you know, we're just black channels. We said, yo, you heard that? Nothing to see here. We're just whining again. Devin Haney, you don't know. So all of these things, and all you had to do was win. And you dropped the ball a couple of times. You dropped the ball. But you get so mad at your own failures. You mad that Devin Haney hasn't lost yet. You mad that with that elaborate, that elegant plan, that they put together to freeze Devin Haney out. And you got in there and fucked around and failed against George Cambozo. You did that. All you had to do was win. You did that. You failed. You declared war on everything else, and you blamed ESPN for seeing more value in black fighters than you. What does that have to do with you losing in New York against George Kambosos? There wasn't a black person in the ring. It was you versus the Aussie. And you failed, bro. You did that. Devin wasn't even there. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? So when you see these goons come up in here and talking about, yo, Teofimo's the best, what are you representing, man? For real. What are you really representing? What are you really representing? When he says shit, let's go to direct quotes. This is the thing. Commentators are the ones who convince everybody someone else is winning. Lopez told Punch Drunk Boxing. So watch the Kambosos fight without the commentators. I don't listen to commentary when I watch fights, but I guess I'm different. Watch my last fight without commentators, and you'll see the results. At the fighters' meeting, I dissed Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley in front of ESPN's production for all of the affiliation and corruption they do, Lopez said. And what happened? I put more weight on my back, and all they was talking about right away was when I slipped in the first knockdown. Wow. So this kid feels that he's being treated unfairly, and it's a black thing because he dissed Tim Bradley and Andre Ward to their face. Where was Tio when this happened? Both men undefeated. Andre Ward was still active. This was, I think this might have been after he flatlined Julius Ndongo and became undisputed at 140. This may have been after that fight. I don't recall. This may have been after Green Beans. I don't recall. But I know Andre Ward was still active at the time. And this was right before, it might have been in between the Kovalev 1 and 2. But you got two #1 pound for pound fighters ringside talking to you right now. And Atlas told them straight to their face he thought Vasily Lomachenko is #1 over them. And no one asked. No one asked. He forwarded that information to them straight to their face after Bud just got another KO victory and Ward is still active, undefeated. And Lomachenko got a second career loss. I'm sorry, a loss in the second professional fight and never ran it back. Told those brothers straight to their face he felt Lomachenko was #1. Teofimo, where the fuck was you when that happened, dogs? Where were you? I was at home. I made that meme. If you see that meme anywhere else, I made that meme that night it happened. On my old Facebook account, I put that up. I said, y'all see this shit? In that god-awful boxing group I used to be in. Let me not rip it to shreds because I met some solid guys in there that I still talk to today. Everybody else was nuts. Rick Glasser was running around in that group, by the way. And he's nuts. So where were you when that happened? So you think you talking shit to them made them speak against you You after your fight, you went to the commentary and listened to them, or did you pay attention to your performance? We have a pet peeve with Tim Bradley. Don't we call him Biscuit Bradley? We've talked about Andre Ward. It's equal over here. So what is he talking about? See, that's insecure right there, kid. That's you being insecure. You had 2 sanctioning bodies ready to ride or die for you. You on ESPN. That's the WBO. You were chosen. The WBC, that's the Latin belt. You were chosen in 2018, and then you came out and said what you said out loud. You said it out loud. You're not gonna get a shot, bro. You said that shit. I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Why would you say that out loud? That wasn't for the world to hear, but it's out now. You just told the world. Matter of fact, let's go back and I'll play it. Your dumb ass told the world this.
Hey, Devin Haney made a comment, trying to make whatever it is. But at the end of the day, Devin, you don't know. The WBC is not going to have you, even if you do the competition, they're not going to have you fight for the title. You can get mad at everything. I'm fighting for the title after this fight, for the IBF. And then after that, me and Loma for all 4. And where are you? You're not going to get a shot, bro. And you don't know that, but we do. And that's what we did. I'm not going to fight more fights. So it is what it is, man. Talk what you got to talk, my dude. But at the end of the day, you're not becoming a world champion at 135.
That aged well. Not only did he become a champion at 135, he became undisputed. And when Shakur ain't want it, and when the A side named Tank didn't call for it, Devin moved on. And now he's at 140. Pressed you again, you said you want 20 million. But what are you gonna do to blindside that? Oh, I want me some Bud Crawford. No, you don't, bro. No, you don't. No, you do not. No, you do not. You just talking. If be careful what you ask for, you just might get it. Was a person, it's you. With a fucked up face. You just talking. Clout chasing, bro. You and Devin in the same division again. Again. Hold on.
So it's a lot bigger.
They love black fighters. I mean, they're the best at what they do.
Fair
you know, black people are very athletic, bro. They nobody can beat them, and I understand that.
Now, did I say that, or did Teo Senior say that? Did I say that, or did Teofimo Senior tell Mill City Boxing that? I didn't say that shit. I didn't say that. He said that. This guy. He said that. I didn't say that. He said that. Marco in that super chat. Much love, bro, on a mission from Hell's Kitchen. What's up, my man? Yo, salute, good brother. Salute. Much love. Did I say that, or did Teo Senior say that? I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Bring it back, though.
I mean, they're the best at what they do. You know, black people are very athletic, bro. They nobody can beat them,
And I understand that, you know, but we get the chance to prove to the world that my son could be the best fighter in the world. What I'm trying to say is, like, you know, we didn't mean nothing about when my son said that Top Rank could stay with all their black fighters, because you know what it is? When Devin Haney came into Top Rank and all this, they're promoting him more than they're promoting my son. He feels a little type of way. You know, you got to understand this.
Now, listen to what he said in 2018 again.
Hey, Devin Haney made a comment, you know, trying to make whatever it is. But at the end of the day, Devin, you don't know. The WBC is not going to have you, even if you do the competition, they're not going to have you fight for the title. You can get mad at everything. I'm fighting for the title after this fight, for the IBF. And then after that, me and Loma for all four. And where are you? You're not going to get a shot, bro. And you don't know that, but we do. And that's what we did. I'm not going to fight more fights. So it is what it is, man. Talk what you got to talk, my dude. But at the end of the day, you're not becoming a world champion at 135.
What's going on? He says that in 2018. He tells Mill City that later on. I don't understand. Devin got more. Devin took precedent over everybody else, over Teofimo, or is that just his own insecurities? The red carpet was rolled out for you. Devin ain't never had no meeting with the WBC. They say, yo, look, we're going to put stock in you, and all you got to do is this, and that. No, everything Devin got was out the mud. Devin didn't have a machine. He built his machine. Tank Davis has a machine called Floyd Mayweather. Devin's running around, taking deals that we didn't like. Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum. But you see what's going on now, right? It helps to be a free agent, doesn't it? That's what real bosses do. That's what real bosses do. And now you're seeing the benefits of it. So now he's blindsiding his nonsense by fucking around with Terrence Crawford. You got a whole stable of fighters you can choose from. You want to go and fight Bud because kings chase kings. And he said Devin Haney's record is padded. Is it really? Again, I don't recall anybody ducking Teofimo. I don't recall. Put the fighter's name in the chat that ducked Teofimo. Put the fighter's name in the chat. Devin been chasing him since birth. And what he's been doing, he put on his goddamn Air Force One. He put on his Nike Airs. He hit up Usain Bolt and said, yo, I'll race you. And ran his ass straight to 140. And when he stopped for 2 seconds, Devin Haney's like Michael Myers. No matter how far you run, no matter how long you run, if you can get in the car, you can get in the plane or whatever, you're still going to hear that music. Ding, 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 ding. And he's still right behind you. There's nothing you can do other than retire. And this shit with Bud is all smokescreen, dude. This dude is a clown. This dude is a clown. Jafar Sazan, that super chat. He said, Drew, have you seen the X-Men animated 97? No, I haven't. It's out. I'll check that today. That's a bear cave conversation. Salute to you, Jafar. I appreciate you. Exactly, Tony G. Bill and Devin had no favors. They had the weight of the world on their shoulders, and they had to deal with racism. They had to deal with ESPN and the WBC stacking the tables against them. It was the cards were stacked against them, and everything they got, they earned. You see why we get in a protection mode with those brothers so hard? Because we know what they're up against. Teofimo ain't got to deal with that. He's in meetings with the WBC and the WBO. But ain't no one told him to go in there and lose to Kambosos. He did that. And Devin Haney had to go in there and clean that up. You were never undisputed, dude. And you ducked Devin Haney, and you're doing it again. You're doing it again. Have you learned nothing? Or anything? You ducked Devin for Kambosos, and you lost 3 belts. They even did you a favor because the franchise status wasn't transferable. Remember that? Soon as you won, they made it transferable, just so you could parade around the ring and say that you was really undisputed. That green belt you see him with in the picture, that's the franchise status. That's not the real belt. Devin had the real belt. And instead of pointing that out, what did they do? With the assistance of that little nigga Tank, they called him the email champion. That was specifically made for Devin Haney. That derogatory comment was made specifically for Devin Haney with the help from a black man. Which is why when the Tank fans start talking this black power bullshit, shut up, man. Shut up. All of y'all just shut the fuck up. Oh, because we came from nothing and, you know, we black. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. You came from nothing? Y'all pro-black? And he's Muslim now? I ain't seen much change in him. Are you Muslim now? Fight your Muslim brother and break some bread and create generational wealth, and maybe y'all can open up a business down the road. Y'all got the bread. Do that. All this shucking and jiving you niggas do. I don't believe you niggas. I don't believe you niggas. All you bliggity blacks. All you bliggity blacks. I'm black, y'all. I'm bliggity black and I'm black. And I'm black and I'm back. It came down to Devin, Tank, and Shakur at 135, and all of them niggas said no. And now it's down to Shakur. Now it's down to Shakur and Tank, and they're not even talking to each other. WTF, man. They're not even talking to each other. What? You would think that's the obvious next fight. That ain't even nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, right? See what I mean? What we do know is Devin wanted to smoke with everybody, and everyone's turned into because you know Devin don't make offers. Okay, well you're the A side, make the offer. Well, because you know yeah, because you know shut up, man. Y'all at 135, y'all deal with it. Stop talking about the King, Devin. Stop talking about King Devin. He was undisputed. Y'all did nothing. He became undisputed while Teofimo was there, while Shakur was there, while Tank was there. And against what Teofimo said. Devin, you don't know. You're never going to get a shot, bro. You're never going to be a title holder. You're never going to be a champion at 135. Yeah. Teofimo, Loma, Kambosos, Shakur, Tank. And he didn't duck any of those niggas. Now, he said, screw you guys. I'm going to 140. Went up there, got a belt. And this motherfucker's talking about a padded record. You could have been stopped the Devin Haney train. Choo-choo, right? You could have stopped it. Didn't happen. Now you had a whole new weight division, and your name is so big that you think you're going to get a Bud Crawford fight now? Are you saying because you said his name? He's not ignoring you because he's scared. He's ignoring you because it's like, what is this? What is this gnat behind my head? It just keeps right in the back. What the fuck? He's supposed to stop what he's doing He has a potential fight with Canelo. We're trying to figure out what Errol Spencer's doing. All of this stuff. He's supposed to stop what he's doing to entertain you, who lost to George Kambosos and didn't run it back. You, a franchise status holder. You, who's ducking Devin Haney. You, with a questionable win against Sandor Martin. With a questionable win against Jermaine Ortiz. You. He's supposed to stop what he's doing to entertain you? What planet are we on? Again, this is not a matter of opinion. This is a fact. I'm not hating on the kid. I'm asking, what the fuck is wrong with him? What is wrong with him? Have I lied on this kid one time? And by the way, y'all don't give a shit about what he said about black fighters and ESPN. That's cool. That's cool. What about Puerto Ricans? Is that okay? CNN dragged Devin Haney for that. And this motherfucker gets on here and says, man, Puerto Rican fighters are easy. And I'm talking to my brother Cano Loco. He says, man, he ain't never fought a Puerto Rican fighter. In fact, the only one he fought was in the amateurs, and that dude beat him. Did y'all know that? He didn't really beat Jermaine Ortiz, bro. But being that we understand the politics, we know that the politics says, okay, although you're winning, you really got to smash the gas on this guy in the championship rounds. I get it. But as I scored the fight, Teo did not win that fight. D-Free in a building. Fair use.
Check the stats, check his record. Half of his career is in Mexico. Did you know that?
That's the most boxers, though.
No, I didn't have any.
Everybody
check all
starts
my
in
fights.
Mexico.
All my fights have been in the United States.
So,
do I need to pull up Mike Tyson's record? I'm asking. Mike Tyson's held to a high standard. Look at the first 2 years of his career. He got like 20 fights. You heard me. Look up the first 2 years of his career. He got like 20 fights or something like that. I don't care if it was on the moon. 20 fights, who was you fighting? In 2 years, you got like 20 fights? And by the way, he went to Mexico to start his career because he was too young to do it here. That's why they went to Mexico. But let's go ahead.
So you mean to tell me?
I like this, Nick.
Okay, so every single fighter that you fought has had an impeccable record since day one.
For the majority part, yes.
On, man. Y'all fight cab drivers to start.
No, look at my records.
Everybody fights cab drivers just to
Got
start.
you.
I may have a few in the beginning, but none of them were in Mexico.
Yeah, but it's.
Did you hear about the rumor that he lost in Mexico and they had to write it off?
But there's so many. They say Floyd lost too, right?
Now he's bringing up rumors. So you see, this kid, bro. Tio would. I would fucking destroy him. In this conversation right here, Jesus Christ. Because everything I've been talking about with this kid, he wouldn't be prepared to deal with it. He might have a meltdown on the air. Everything. I ain't got to lie on this kid. I'm asking what the fuck is wrong with him. And now he's talking about internet rumors. He had a loss in Mexico. Watch this. I wasn't there. I don't know. But what does that mean? What does that mean? A rumor about a loss in Mexico? Were you there? When you're on top, a lot of people will say a lot of weird shit about you. They do it to YouTubers all the time. Huh? How many of y'all would love for me to have a conversation with Teofimo Lopez? That would be great. That would be great. But he'll never come talk to me. He'll never come talk to me. And here's a fucked up part. Exactly, Healer. It's by this logic of Nui, Canelo have padded records. How many times did Canelo fight in Mexico? How many times did Canelo Alvarez fight in Mexico? How many times? I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. So this brother on the panel, he hit him with some questions, but he wouldn't approach it. Now, here's why I brought up the Errol and Bud presser. Yeah, I know he'll never do that, Copper. He'll go where it's safe. That's why he goes and fucks with Punch Drunk. And speaking of that, Punch Drunk is his man. And see, this is why I have a problem with certain content creators. When you stand on, when he says stupid shit like that, and you keep having him on your platform, you stand on it. That's his man. That's his man. That means you stand with what he says. He stands on what he says. Right? So I'm at the butt. Now, he said what he said about black fighters, right? Cool. So I'm at the presser, myself, Clarence McClain, Blue Blood, Tay Jones, and you know, we're there, Bud and Errol. And Teofimo walks in. I'm like, what the fuck? First of all, it was after his outstanding performance. Teofimo had an outstanding performance against Josh Taylor. Outstanding. I gave him full credit for that. He styled on Josh Taylor. And then he retired. Said, okay, I didn't believe it. Oak Park, my brother, salute. I didn't believe it, but I said, okay. So I'm sitting there. And he walks in, and I'm like, what is he doing here? You know why I was confused as to what is he doing there? He clearly said how he felt about black fighters. ESPN, and this is how they feel about black fighters and all of that racist shit. So you feel the world of boxing has a problem with you, a non-black fighter. And then I'm hearing I'm hearing your dad. I'm hearing your dad say things to Mill City. Oh, nobody could beat him. Black fighters, no one could beat. Did you hear what he said? Nobody could beat him? What do you mean nobody can beat a black fighter? What does that mean? Any fighter could beat any fighter. Are we talented? Yes, but come on, don't say that. Don't, but you see, that's how he sees it. This is what I'm trying to help y'all understand. This is what I'm trying to help y'all understand. That's his perception. I said, what does he mean by nobody could beat him? Black fighters, what do you... Why do you say it like that? What did that mean? Why do you say that? That's how you feel? You know how the kids run around saying, yo, that's how you feel? Yeah, he said how he felt. I said, shit, that's how you feel? That's... And Teofimo Lopez, and listen to me very carefully, Teofimo Lopez is talented. I don't like his attitude and demeanor, because he's insecure. So you feel like this about black fighters, and you say you retired. You show up to the number 1 and number 2 best pound for pound in the world at that time. What the fuck was you doing there? What was you doing there? I was completely distracted. I said, what the fuck? What is he doing here? Since he don't like black fighters and he had all this shit to say, walks right through the door, and he was a complete billboard. He had on his Lopez jumpsuit. I was like, what the fuck? What is he doing here? Let me get this straight. You don't like black fighters and the boxing world. You said that they can keep your black fighters, and what the fuck was that? Your father's telling Mill City, oh, you know, nobody could beat him. What? What are you talking about? Bud and Aeropresser, he walks right through the front door. What are you doing? And you said you was retired. What the fuck are you doing? That was diva shit, man. Am I lying? And I'll take it a step further. He's there with Punch Drunk, who co-signs what he says. What the fuck was you doing there? I was thrown off by the whole thing. I was like, what is this? If I felt a certain way, put it like this. If that was a Tyson Fury situation and it was just him and they sent me a credential that I did, first of all, I wouldn't apply for a credential. You had to apply for that credential. Oh, I know, Jermaine. I know. First of all, I wouldn't apply for that if it's just him. I don't want to be near that. I don't want to be in the same room with that dude. I wouldn't go because I know what he represents. I would never go. They could email me, hey man, Tyson Fury, and first of all, he can't come to America. Hey man, we'll fly you out, all expense paid at this hotel. We just want you to cover Tyson Fury. No thanks. Why? Because I will put it in caps. I fucking hate that guy. And I hate that the world of boxing put him on a pedestal. I don't give a fuck if it's an all expenses paid, $10,000 in my pocket. I'm not going. I'm not going. Why, Drew? Because fuck that guy. That's why. That's my answer. Because fuck that guy. And I see the super chats. I'll get to them in a second. So what the fuck was he there for? So between that and your pops talking that shit, Devin's been on your bumper, but now you ghost chasing Bud. 2018, you leaked out information that wasn't for us to hear, but you said it anyway. And now you on these brothers panel and you just talking. Do y'all understand what he said in 2018 was key information? I said, oh, the business is shutting Devin Haney out. He just said it. You'll never be a champion at 135. Do you know all Teo had to do was win? And he didn't do it. He failed. He failed. Now listen, I know there's going to be people that's going to clip this and run back. Y'all like this internet beef or whatever. I ain't got no beef with Punch Drunk. I don't know why that nigga even ever said my name in his life. I don't know the dude. He was at the presser. If he had something to say to me, he'd have said it. I ain't had shit to say to him. He had shit to say to me. We behaved like adults. That was the end of it. That was it. I was confused why Teofimo was there. I know how Punch Drunk get down. I saw it with my own two eyes. I said, oh, okay. He walks that line with the racist shit. Oh, whatever, man. I backed off of that. I was like, man, I don't even know homie. And I don't care to know him. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care. But I see the insecurities in Teofimo Lopez. and I saw you call Deontay Wilder a punk or a bitch and making excuses. I saw you do that. You lose a Cambosis and you told me your throat collapsed into a black hole or some shit. He says it in this interview. He told me he could have died. Really? Well, let's see the paperwork. Let's see the paperwork. Huh? Didn't y'all say that about Deontay? Let's see the toxicology report. You was poisoned? Let's see it. Nothing that Tay Jones said was enough. The Daniel Kennedy shit, the dots be all connected. It wasn't conspiracy, it's true. It was all true. The industry telling us to shut up. We're going to fuck with Daniel Kennedy. Rick Glasser wishing them happy birthdays. And then this guy has a $5 million bounty on his head. And we found out that Bob Arum was giving him $9 million or whatever amount in consulting fees. MTK Global disappeared. And now your WBC champion is not allowed on American soil anymore. All of that shit happened. But Deontay was a bitch, though. I'm just asking, where's the report? I want to see the doc. What's your doctor's name? I want to be able to look him up, and I want to see that your throat collapsed. Nobody was asking Teofimo for doctor's notes and shit like that. What I'm saying, Teofimo, is that you exist off of privilege. I could say you exist off of Latino privilege. I could say that. I could say that. But you even killed yourself with that when you said about the Boricuas. You really said that? About Subriel Matias and Jermaine Ortiz? Listen, man, I'm not saying you're not talented. I'm saying, man, look, put up or shut up. I know you reached out to Subriel Matias, but you know his hands wasn't working. You said fight me by February. You know his hands ain't working. You didn't say, well, as soon as you heal up, fight me. You ain't say that. Puerto Rican fighters are easy to beat. I didn't see you beat Jermaine Ortiz, bro. I didn't see you do that. But I understand the business of boxing. I knew they were going to rob that young man. I knew they were going to do that. 117, 111. What fucking fight was he watching? Listen, I know that life is mocking us when there's legitimately a judge with his last name being Cheatham. You cannot make, bro. There is a ref. The last name of the ref is Cheatham.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
You can't make that shit up. I couldn't believe it. When I paid attention, I said, his last name is really Cheatham, isn't it? That's crazy. It's crazy. So you're chasing Bud now? And it's supposed to... Are y'all paying attention to Teofimo? Are y'all really paying attention to Teofimo? Y'all need to go watch this interview. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me put this link in the chat, because this is more to the point. This is the link to Aki's video. Salute to Aki. This is the link to his video. When you guys get a chance sometime today, he busts this down to a science. He broke this shit in half. I'm going to pin it. Okay? When y'all get a chance, that's the video to Aki. Salute to the brother. He broke this shit down to a science. I like to keep shit simple over here. Did I disrespect anybody? No. I didn't even disrespect Punch Drunk. I don't need to. And here's the funny part. I never did. I don't know why. I don't even know how that happened. One day somebody, you know who told me? Batman. God rest his soul. called me up one day. He's like, yo, man, who this dude talking about you? I said, who isn't talking about me? I think he from up by you. Who? And he said, Punch Drunk. I said, I don't know the guy. I heard the name. I heard he has a pretty good channel. I just never been there. And I go there and show us shit. You know what's so funny? One day, somebody sent me a video and he was talking to me in the chat. I was in the chat. And it wasn't me. That was when that fool cloned my account. And Punch thought he was talking to me in the chat. And I saw it and I was like, But something happened. Because I got in contact with YouTube and some shit happened behind the scenes and I learned something. And I had to handle some business behind the scenes. That's why all that cloning shit don't fly no more. It really don't. But the nigga was in there talking about racial issues. And he thought he was talking to me. I've never participated in this chat. I've been by his channel one time and I listened and I said, this ain't for me. And I left. I never did a response video with his name in it. I never went on and on about, that car accident, none of that shit. I didn't need to. When niggas hit me up about that, I said, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Listen, whatever. And there was 100 other people talking about that shit. I had nothing to do with that. I told niggas, leave me alone. I'm not here for that. I'm trying to talk boxing. And I tell people all the time, if you don't like what I'm talking about, you got options. The X button, the back button. You can even do a diss video. I don't care. But I watch. What wasn't I just on Pep Talk talking about watching your association? If you're dating a chick and she's the best chick in the world, and you meet all her friends, all 4 of her close friends, and every time you turn around, they're twerking. Well, I don't know how old y'all are. This is what the kids do. They're twerking and they gotta go out every weekend. And they have hangovers every Sunday. One of them just drags their ass to church. They get baptized every other month to wash away what they did on the weekend. They're single mothers. Aren't you gonna be looking at your chick like, yo, Boxer Loco, salute. Appreciate you. Aren't you gonna look at her like, yo, okay, those your friends? Yeah, but I grew up with them. Well, hold on. You grew up with them. That means you know them since you were kids. Now y'all adults and look at how they act and look how you're acting. At a certain point, you have to understand. You are who you represent. You are who you represent. And the people who are around you represent you. When you get a certain age, you can't hang around people because they're either your own blood or they're on your block. You got to draw the line. I literally grew up with people. I know one nigga that's doing life in prison right now. And I grew up with him. That don't represent me. He's just a conversation. Yo, you heard what happened? I almost said his name. You heard what happened? Yeah. That was unfortunately. He's been locked up since 1998. He's not coming out. He's not coming out. You know him? Yeah, I've known him since kindergarten. What happened? Well, here's what happened. I wasn't there. The night he did what he did, I was in front of the building on a summer night, and we were talking about jobs and moving out our parents' crib or whatever we was doing back then. And he chose the fast route and fucked himself off. He did that, not me. That don't represent me. So when you're with a girl and she's this straight and narrow person, but she's hanging around a bunch of smuts, you have to wonder, is she just toning it down because she's in front of me? Why is she justifying hanging out with these girls and they smutting out and they're promiscuous? Why would you do that? So you see why I look at these brothers strange when they unconditionally stand in the pocket for Tyson Fury? Huh? You see why I look at these brothers strange? You stand in the pocket for Tyson Fury? Yeah. You stand in the pocket for that shit. All we want is the best to fight the best in boxing. I don't give a fuck what race, culture, or creed you are. And you go to Teofimo Lopez, and he started talking this racist shit. I was a bit shocked, like, what are you doing, man? He attacked Deontay Wilder verbally. I said, what happened here? What the fuck? What was that about? And then when he stumbles in his career, and it was nothing he couldn't rebound from, he starts talking all of this black shit. I'm like, what is going on with this kid? Because if you didn't know, I used to fuck with Teofimo Lopez. So I like this kid, man. And when it came down, when he beat Loma, because I picked him to beat Loma, when he beat Loma, I said, him versus Devin is going to be a hell of a fight. 50-50 fight, man. Teo's nice, man. Devin's nice. Teo's nice. We're going to party, man. This is going to be so dope. And then he started acting crazy. And then the shit about black fighters. And then the shit he said in 2018. All of this stuff is documented. Thanks for letting us know the WBC and the WBO was in cahoots with you. And then, after he lost when he lost to Kambosos, they asked him about it. He said, "Fuck both of them. It was all a setup." Watch Aki's video. He said it was all a setup. Now everything's a setup. If I'd have won, you know what I was gonna do with it, which means at 135, had he had beat Kambosos, he still was gonna fight Devin Haney. He was going to dump the belts and go to 140 anyway. Now, had he had won and beat Kambosos and dumped the belts, Devin would have had to work harder to get the belts. That's why it was meant for him to lose against Kambosos, because Devin won and defended from one person, and he beat the person that beat you, Tio, and you still running. I remember when we was younger, a buddy of mine, he was fucking around with a squirrel. True story. And he chased the squirrel, and we just watching him. And he cornered the squirrel, and you know what happened? He got the squirrel. He cornered the squirrel because it was like walking funny. He's like, "Yo, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with that?" I don't know. Leave him alone. And you know, fight or flight. So he's like, "I'm gonna chase the squirrel." He chases the squirrel. You know what happened when he cornered the squirrel? He chased the squirrel and he got the squirrel. That squirrel jumped up on the wall and jumped on his fucking face and bit him. And a normal summer day turned into him having to go to a goddamn emergency room with his mom's. What happened? Well, I was chasing the squirrel. You was what? And it jumped up and bit me in the face. What the fuck are you? We live in the city. We're not in the country. Why is your dumb ass chasing the squirrel? Well, Bud Crawford ain't no squirrel. And he's hardly wounded. He's a Rottweiler. Hey, let's see what that Rottweiler's gonna do. You run up on Bud. If Bud stops and gives you attention, what you gonna do for real? Is that your cash out fight? Bud don't even need to give you that. This is horrible. Teofimo Lopez behavior is unbecoming. You're trying to rip Devin Haney's record. You can't even speak on Devin Haney when you've been ducking him since you was in Pampers. Don't even say his name, dogs. You said Super Matias' name? You said February. Go and say it again. And with this being said, I'm vouching for Super Matias versus Teofimo Lopez in New York City, Madison Square Garden, on the eve of the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I will attend that fight. Since you got all that to say about Puerto Ricans, right? Since they're easy style to beat, I want to see you if you can do it. You may be able to, you may not be. I don't know. So I want that fight. I'm speaking up that fight. I want Super Matias, 502 King. Long time no see. Good, brother. How you feel? I want that fight. It makes a lot of sense. How many times Teofimo Lopez has been on pay-per-view, by the way? Has he ever been on pay-per-view? I don't think so. I wonder. We got J-Lo, right? I would like to see Teofimo Lopez versus Super Matias, New York, on the eve of the Puerto Rican Day Parade, Madison Square Garden. Let's bring that back. Y'all remember when Felix Trinidad used to do that? And by Sunday, he's on the float like this. Remember that? Miguel Cotto, remember that? Hey, man, somebody hit up Super L and say, yo, look, you got a market here, man. You can do it. All you got to do is win, bro. And the fight's already made. He done said some bullshit about Puerto Ricans, man. I mean, since no one wants to listen when he says some shit about black people, but when Devin says something about a white person, that shit made CNN. Are you kidding me? But never mind that. We're used to this shit. You know, Black Murderers Row. There was one Puerto Rican on the Black Murderers Row, if y'all don't know. The Coco Kid. Look it up. Salute to him. All right? I ain't got no ill will towards Super L. If Super L just stands there and not talk, you don't know what he is. And I said what I had to say about Super L and the Devin Haney thing. That shit is done now. Eventually they'll meet. But right now, Super L has a belt. I would even prefer to him not to fight Liam in Puerto Rico. Skip that if you can. Liam. He's fighting another Liam. Skip that if you can and go straight for Teofimo. Stay in shape. Do your cardio. Don't overdo it. Just stay in shape. Hang around your weight. And no doubt 502 King, man. Much love, bro. Blessings, man. Word up, man. Yo, man, prayers up, man. Much love, man. Families first, man. Prayers up, man. Hell yeah. I hope she pulls through, good brother. For real, man. Much love. But I'm an advocate for that fight. Super Matias versus Teofimo Lopez on the eve of the Puerto Rican Day Parade, Madison Square Garden. Just because he said Puerto Rican fighters are easy to beat. You already beat one, allegedly. Go ahead and fight the one that's going to stand there and try. Because you saw he was trying to walk down Jermaine Ortiz in an unsuccessful effort, but he got the nod from the judges, 117, 111, from one of them, stupid asses. Do that shit to Super L. Walk up on him. Make me a believer, Tio. Walk up on him. Go ahead and walk on. I dare you. Go walk up on Super L with that shit. It's all good, brother, man. Power of prayer works, man. So this wasn't like a diss live. I was just pointing out some things because it's very, I'm not gonna say it's confusing, it's revealing. That's why I asked. That's why I'm saying Teofimo, he reveals more than what you're used to paying attention to, what you're paying attention to. He told you the plans of the WBC. He told you about the WBO. He's telling on himself. And when he tells on himself, the sanctioning bodies are like, God damn, will this kid shut up? And it's a possibility that they punish him, which is why he's always saying, yo, everything was fixed. Really? Was it fixed for you and you failed? Was it fixed for you and you failed? Was it fixed for you, but then you opened up your mouth and fucked yourself up? Was it fixed for you? Keep your mouth shut, man. Because I believe that they're trying to work with you, but you can't shut up. They're trying to work with you and you can't shut up. So I don't know, or I do know. All of that racist gobbledygook and you show up to the presser, I don't understand that. And if you're hanging around with people, and that's why I mentioned Punch Drunk. That's how you feel? Now I know why he was there, because his man showed up there. You feel this way about black people, but you show up to this? These are the two best blacks in the world. Oh, his man showed up. I was like, oh, okay, maybe he's getting content for his channel, whatever. He's entitled to do whatever he wants to do. Oh, but his man walks through the door. I said, oh, okay, it made sense now. Ain't no hate. Get in where you fit in. And he had all the cameras on him. Papoose was there. I was like, wow. I know that if Tyson Fury had a presser, I don't give a fuck if they paid me 10 grand for it. I would not show up because I hate that guy. I hate everyone around him. I say it boldly. I hate that guy. I hate everyone around him, and I hate what he represents. He represents the evil machine in boxing. And nobody, even CNN, is even talking about it. But Devin got to jump through hoops. And Bill Haney gets called a liar every fucking day. And when you ask these people, what did he lie about? Ryan Garcia lying. I'm gonna fight Devin. Oh no, I don't want to fight Devin. You only sold 30,000 pay-per-views. Oh no, I want to fight Devin now. Acting out. I just want to talk boxing. I could do without this racist shit. I know it exists. But I just want to talk about the best fighting the best. That's all. And if you notice, and if you're new to the channel, everybody that talks about me don't fucking know me. They know me from talking. They don't like my opinion, and they don't like that I'm buff. So I got a big forehead, I'm on steroids, and I'm a racist, and I'm LDBC. Okay. Sure interpretation. I'm racist. I haven't prevented anybody from doing anything anywhere in my life. Well, on my old job, but that was part of the job. But I haven't suppressed anybody. It sounds like Teofimo has a sense of entitlement, and when it hasn't worked out 100% in his favor, now he's pointing the finger because his contemporaries are black. And now he done turned to the Puerto Ricans. And Lord knows who else. If he'd have fucked around and lost to Josh Taylor, it'd have been the Scotsman. This kid's a crybaby. He is. He's a fucking crybaby. And when you associate with people like that, just because they're millionaires and they're boxers, you don't kiss their ass. Unknown to y'all, there was boxers that I've spoken to behind the scenes that I just chose not to have on my show. Unknown to y'all. You know why? Because when I spoke to those guys behind the scenes, I didn't like what I was hearing. And I said, all right, brother, well, you take care. I'm not getting them on here. I'm talking about not 2-second conversations. I'm talking about in-depth conversations. There's one person that I'm just not bringing back. Because when he was on my airwaves, he said something crazy. And I'm like, what? I had to hit him with the monkey video. I was like, what is wrong with you? We're talking about apples. You start talking about oranges. What is wrong with you? I was like, huh? I said, oh, boy. I had to hit him with a monkey video. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And I said, all right, I can't have this brother back because he has a story. If you got a story and you got a problem with Al Heyman or whatever, take that up. Don't bring that here. We wasn't talking about that here. Damn. And that's a whole nother mind fuck in itself. So for all of you junk watchers that are going to run back and clip up what I said and run back to Pussy Drunk and tell them, oh, well, Drew was talking about you. And I called him Pussy Drunk because that's what BFTV called him. That's what BF called him. BF told me about a conversation they had via email. It was funny as hell, but look, it ain't none of my business. Go on and do it. He could talk about me. It won't be the first time. I don't care. The time for him and I to have had a conversation when he saw me in person. If we had to have a conversation like gentlemen, we'd have had it. He had shit to say to me. I had shit to say to him. I'm there to support my channel and bring my audience content, which is what I did. I wasn't there to have conversations with people that don't like me for reasons that they can't explain. I'm an adult, man. I'm an adult. All of these sneaky diss videos, man, get out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. If that's how you run your outlet, cool. If you can click live and talk about other content creators and maintain an audience, cool. That's not the audience that I want here. I want to talk boxing here, please. God damn it. I want to talk boxing, please. Oh, Expert Genius says, I called him a bitch and I'm still waiting. Bro, listen. He said, I'm no black, I'm Dominican. Listen. You're going to keep waiting, Expert Genius, because at the end of the day, I don't want to see no YouTubers out here, rolling around in the street and getting arrested or losing their lives over this. It's silly. Realistically, it's really silly, and it's unfortunate. And if that's what Cat's got to do, because he has a big channel allegedly, if that's what Cat's got to do to make the 22nd of every month as profitable as it can be, then that's the choice you make. I do my best not to run a situation like that. But, people look at me and they get intimidated by me on camera too. It's like, who does he think he is? Bro, listen, I'm nobody. I'm just a guy from the Bronx who loves a sport that doesn't love me back. And I just want to talk about it and share my frustrations about the sport. And I would rather build relationships. There's no reason in the world why him and I can't be cool, but just disagree on boxing. There's no, that's all good, Expert Genius. No, that's all good, because people get mad. I understand. People get mad. My point is, there's no reason in the world why everybody could just disagree on boxing but still be cool. There's no reason in the world why that can't exist. There's no reason in the world. But when I get flooded, this dude did a whole live about you. Don't know why. That dude never met me. He don't know me. I'm the coolest dude in the world, man. I'm the coolest dude in the world. I did not get on here to make enemies. It's called social media. You make friends. If you're a content creator, I want to see you eat. I tell the story about my brother Theo Coop all the time. He's probably live right now. When I met that brother, he only had 700 subs. The brother had a viral moment. I saw it. He had a viral moment. The shit went stupid viral. This was a year and a half ago now. When I found his channel, he had 700 subs. I just said, yo, I like what you're doing here. You're a funny dude, you know, whatever. You know how many subs he got now? And this is all organic because I saw it with my own two eyes. That brother is knocking on almost 100,000 subs right now. He don't talk boxing. He does reaction videos, and he's funny as hell. Some people are just natural at what they do. He got the voice. He's out of Detroit. He got the voice, and he was doing Kevin Samuels reactions. And one of the videos he did, it caught fire. I saw it. I saw it. The views went through the roofs. I said, oh, shit. And then more people came to his lives. I saw his first live. It was an absolute train wreck. You look at his lives now, he got a better camera. He got a soundboard. He got lights behind him. He really invested into his product. And I'm so proud of that brother. I'm not even going to tell you what his checks look like monthly. But I said, yo, bro, and he know what he tells me? Drew, thank you. You were there from the beginning, man. You told me to do this, do that. Man, I appreciate you, brother. There was some people that got into this thing and they was like, man, I'm about to quit. And I told them, yo, don't quit, bro. Do not quit. What do I get in return? The satisfaction that I helped somebody. Y'all will never know what that is. The sense of satisfaction when you help somebody. Y'all don't understand that. That's all I want to do. But if you come to my channel and you're intimidated because I got big shoulders and I lift weights and I jump rope, you can check my channel. I jump rope and I try and motivate people to do certain things, but you just can't stand my boxing opinion. You can't stand that I'm LDBC. I can't help you with that. You have options. Turn the shit off. Make it this video. I am not going to respond. I hope Punch Drunk Boxing makes $1 million this year. How about that? And I mean that. I want Punch Drunk Boxing to take care of his family or whatever he got going on. I heard niggas, when they put out the police report on his car accident, niggas sent me the report. Yo, this is his name. This is his address. I was like, stop sending me that shit. Some of y'all niggas is crossing the line. Talk about you going to his house. Don't do that. Stop. Leave him alone. Now you handle him, unsubscribe, and move on. That's it. Damn. Leave people alone. Let him do his thing. I've been by his channel. I don't like the content. I unsubscribed. I was never subscribed. I left. I said, oh, okay, I don't like what he's saying. I left. I just left. Let me be clear. I never subscribed. I left. And it got so bad that there was a fool that cloned my channel and I found out who it was. And he thought he was talking to me in his chat. And I have all the evidence. I'm sorry, let me be clear. My lawyer has all the evidence. Yes, I have a lawyer that deals with doxing. Which is why I LLC'd my name. I am a brand. Drew Titan LLC is a brand. You fuck with me, you fuck with my money. And you have to pay the man. And yes, I spoke to YouTube. And they did see the violation. Since then, there was rules put in place that removes them from the responsibility. But they have, well, I'm talking too much. I'm talking too much. Just know that it got handled. If you don't like someone's channel, leave and don't go back And if he pops up in your algorithm, just say not interested. End of discussion. What they say in the UK, end of. That's it. Niggas is sharing police reports with his address on it. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? Why would you do that? Because you know niggas are crazy out here. It's that. Now watch this, y'all. Boxing? Is this really over boxing at this point? Is really over boxing? Listen, he could be a racist. I don't know the man. I never spoken to him. He's associated with, guilty by association with Teofimo Lopez, who is not only he's a racist, but he's insecure at that. And he gets it from his father. Oh, black people, they can't be beaten. Who the fuck says that? Him? He shows up at the presser and he's with his boy Punch. Cool. Did I speak to them? No, I had nothing to say. I was talking with this dude from Philly. Oh, yo, you don't want to talk to Philly? I said, I want to talk to you. You want to talk to T? I said, I want to talk to him. For what? I went straight to Debbie James. I don't want to talk to that kid. He's retired. For what? Talk to him for what? He's a racist. I want to talk to him. For what? I want to talk to him. I ain't talk to him. The kid don't move me. He said what I had to hear. I don't deal with him. There's a lot of fighters I could have had on the strong house, but I say, nah, I don't want to deal with that guy. Because I remember in 1990 something, he said this and that. Nah, I will pass. This is my show. I'm selective. But we're racist, though. Aki's video is pinned to the top. When y'all get a minute, watch that video. He breaks it down to a science. This kid is all over the place, but I hope y'all are paying attention to him. Because what's happening is, and here's what's frightening. This kid's mentality is so weak that eventually he's going to have to fight somebody of note. And in the event that he loses, it might not even be a knockout loss. It might be a split decision. He's so mentally weak that I see him hurting himself. And I'm telling you, it's not that serious. This is a sport. There's 1,001 boxing channels on here. There's no reason why people should be out here cussing each other out, beefing. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to my brother BFTV yesterday, and that same fool that gave him the infight to Baltimore showed up in the chat yesterday. The dude, he edited a video when he was on the panel and put it on Twitter. Y'all listened to BF yesterday? I listened to that shit. I said, oh my God. Oh, Clarence, you remember that? I was about to go in. I was like, nah, I don't fucking want to talk to him. For what? I was on the stage. I fucking talk to him for what? But dude so happened to show up in the chat in BFTV yesterday. What the fuck you editing shit for? Here was the funny part. He says, he edits a video and puts it on Twitter and says, yo, when I pulled up, his energy changed. As it means to say that BFTV curbed who he was when he pulled up. As an admission of fear. Really, nigga? So then as BFTV is addressing the audience, the nigga shows up. And BFTV is BFTV. And then you know what the nigga says? This was the funniest part. You know what he says? I don't do this internet shit. Excuse me? What do you mean you don't do this internet shit? You edited a video, put it on Twitter. That's internet shit. And then you come back to the live, and when he addresses you and puts you on blast, now you're in there again beefing on the internet. So what the fuck you mean you don't do this internet shit? You're clearly doing it. And again, this is something that he could have DM'd BF and they could have talked behind the scenes. This dude don't know Tank's team. He's a fan. Because guess what? Tank's team really fucks with BF. He's just a fan. He probably hit the bag in the same gym when Tank was there a couple of times. He might know Tank by face. He might got a few selfies with him, but he's not really with the team. He's one of those niggas. Man, stop it, bro. Stop it. Stop it. So these are the things we deal with. These are the things we deal with. There shouldn't be no internet beef over boxing. Niggas was sharing that police report. I said, yo, man, y'all pull up at that man's house. What if he has a gun in the house and he blows your brains out? He's completely justified, you idiots. And why the fuck would you want to go to his house anyway? What are y'all doing? I'm sure he's a family man. What the fuck does his wife have to do with any of this? What are y'all doing? Stop. Stop this. This is ridiculous. Some of you niggas take it too far. Some of you niggas take this shit too far. Stop. Some of you niggas are grandparents. What the fuck are you doing? Some of you niggas got gray on your chin like me. What are y'all doing? Y'all ain't got shit else to do? Y'all ain't got shit else to do? Go to that man's house for what? For what? Why would you do that? I got the police report because someone emailed it to me. I said, oh shit, that's fucked up. That's right up the street from the 19th precinct. I know that area very well. Oh, Drew, he lied. Okay, look, okay. All right, fine. All right, so the truth is out. I didn't do no videos about it. I ain't say anything. I ain't say anything. A lot of people did. I had nothing to do with it. As a matter of fact, you know what y'all don't know? When we heard about the accident and we heard about the coma, you know what I mean? People hit me up and say, yo, look, I don't fuck with dude, but nah, he ain't need to go out like that. I hope he's all right. You know, he's a family man. I got more of that than anything. Do y'all know that? Y'all wouldn't know. And you know what my response was? Word up. You know, I'm assuming he has kids and, you know, he got a wife and that's fucked up. Blue Blood mentioned it. Monty Brown mentioned it. You ain't wishing death on the kid over a boxing opinion. That was the vibe. It's like, damn, that's fucked off. And then that extra shit came out. I was like, ooh, okay, all right, okay. But niggas want to make videos about me. For what? For what? Man, this is a strange place. This is a strange place, man. You see it, man. But I'm way past my time. Listen, man. Yeah, exactly, Clarence. Don't come around my way playing games like that. Don't do it, bro. Yeah, I know Rudy Geese, man. Look, I'm just me. There's no gimmicks here. I am who I am, you know, bro. I never claimed to be the most educated person in boxing. I never claimed to be a know-it-all. In fact, my audience knows I always say I don't know everything. I ask the audience, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? When I say I know something, I say I know something. You know? Thank you, Rudy. I appreciate you. So all of this other crazy stuff, it's jealousy. It's jealousy. Niggas called me the lieutenant. That's why I put it there. I didn't give myself that name. They called me the Druth. Blue Blood gave me that name. I didn't, you know. That Sugar Hill interview, that was my viral moment. It was. That was my viral moment. I didn't do it just to, and people lied on me with that. They told Devin Alexander, oh man, watch out for Drew, he's racist. They told another black man that I'm racist. You believe that shit? I said, what? How could I be racist? For what? Because of what I said to Sugar Hill? Wait a minute. And when I spoke to Devin, Devin said, hey man, I saw the video. It was like 4 minutes. I said, brother, I spoke to him for like 20 minutes. It wasn't 4 minutes. It was longer than that, brother. And they're so fixated on the car fire shit. If you watch the live, they missed the context. I was talking about how I felt at first. But I said, I'll take you at your word. If you didn't know what was going on with the gloves, I'll take you at your word. But when I first found out, I said, man, everybody's involved and they need to die in a car fire. That's what I said. And I told him that to his face. Well, over the internet. But it wasn't, I didn't get on there beefing, but somebody chopped it up and made it sound like I was talking over Sugar Hill. I said, he wouldn't sit there for that. He's a grown ass man. And what motherfuckers don't know, because I had people saying, oh, well, you better be careful when Sugar Hill see you in the street. He's going to do what? What's he going to do? Beat me up? I doubt that. That's number one. Number two, I done seen the man twice. In close proximity. In Brooklyn. And at Bud and Errol. We was up in the suite with the Donaire family. We was in close proximity. We didn't say anything to each other. He had nothing to say to me. I had nothing to say to him. You know exactly who I was. You know why? We're adults. We're gentlemen. If I got shit to lose, that man is a millionaire. If I got shit to lose, what do you think he got to lose? Wake up, man. Grow up. Grow up. Think about this. This is why the sport is fucked up. All of this because I just want to see the best fight the best. And in closing, all I want niggas to do is recognize your surroundings. This kid Teofimo Lopez, yeah, it's all cap. Every time he talks, I cringe. And the fucked up part is that he's very talented. But he doesn't have enough faith in his own abilities. And what he's doing, he's making excuses as to why he's not where he needs to be. Chasing around Bud Crawford is not where you need to be, dude. You got business to take care of at 140. Named Devin Haney now. You have one belt at 140. Haney got one. Subriel Matias got one. All this shit you talking about, I could beat Puerto Ricans and you could keep the black people, all this shit. You're putting a big old target on your forehead, dude. And you're making all these excuses. Deontay Wilder was making excuses, but your throat collapsed, and that's why you couldn't beat George Kambosos. And now you're claiming you said this a lot. Doctors told me. Doctors told you? I want to see the notes. Since the world wanted to see the toxicology report from Deontay Wilder, I want to see your doctor's note saying that your throat imploded. Nigga had the black hole in his throat. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I tried to be reasonable with this kid. You can't do it, man. So I hope y'all paying attention to this kid and pay attention to your surroundings, man. Pay attention to your surroundings. Every time he talks, he says something crazy. I don't care what fighter does what. If any fighter that I'm cool with starts doing something fucked off, I'm going to back away. I need hardcore facts. But I'm going to back away. If I come to the understanding that this person's behaving in a unbecoming manner, I'm backing away. But some of you motherfuckers, oh, he's this fighter, he's that fighter, I'm with him hook or crook. Man, shut up. Don't do that. That makes you less of a man or woman or however you identify. I'm way past my time. I know the general's on. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. Much love and appreciation, man. Bear Cave tomorrow. We will not be here. We're doing Bear Cave tomorrow. And we're gonna have some fun over there. I might be talking a little wrestling tomorrow. So if you want to join the panel, because we're gonna be talking some wrestling tomorrow, throwback wrestling. hit my email, 1000 slaps is at the bottom, 1000 slaps at gmail.com. All right, I'm gonna let like maybe 4 people on, and y'all will see what we're talking about tomorrow. So, you know, I hope you know 80s wrestling and some 90s. So hit me up. Bear Cave tomorrow. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Bear Cave Entertainment. It's my 3rd channel. And I will catch you on the rebound, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.